resilience.
Transforming our world, we are the leaders of change. It starts inside us, the passion that drives us. Transforming our world, we are the leaders of change. It starts inside us, the passion that drives us. Transform FFA. Transform FFA. Transform.
Welcome to the Brooks Center for the Performing Arts. Please take a moment to locate your nearest emergency exit. Exits are located in the front, in the rear, and on the sides of the auditorium. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your 2016-2017 State FFA Officer Team. From the McBee Chapter, State Vice President, Caitlin Simmons. From the Pickens County CTC Chapter, State Vice President, Haley Neely. From the Blythewood Chapter, State Vice President, Audrey Cutlip. From the Pelion Chapter, State Vice President, Brooke Feeder. From the Pendleton Chapter, State Secretary, Joey McCannon. From the Lexington Richland 5 Chapter, State President, Austin Cathcart.
We are now holding this, the first general session of the 90th South Carolina FFA State Convention. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they are at their stations, and report back to you, Mr. President. The Sentinel.
Station by the door.
Your duties there?
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
The flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to the Virgin Islands and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there?
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standing through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The Secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there?
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The Advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is the time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I'm asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripen with wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is the symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is he so stationed?
The rising sun is the token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Mr. President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
I am pleased to announce that at this, the first general session of the 90th Annual South Carolina FFA Convention, there are 958 members and guests, Mr. President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here? To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess. May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this, the first general session of the 90th Annual South Carolina FFA State Convention, duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented. First of all, I would like to welcome you to tonight. All year, my teammates and I have had the honor and privilege of traveling all across this great state. We've gotten to meet FFA members from the coast to the mountains and everywhere in between. We're excited that you're able to join us here tonight to celebrate the accomplishments of these FFA members. We want to be able to keep up with all of the fun that you are having at this convention, so please remember to use hashtag TransformSCFFA on all social media outlets. And remember, there's also 2 Snapchat filters available for the convention. Tonight, we will award National Chapter Awards, recognize our Young Farmer and National FFA Scholarship recipients. We will also be hearing from our very own Brooke Feeder and the inspiring Juan Doe, a youth motivational speaker and competitor on American Ninja Warrior. Let's get this session started and transform.
Transform FFA.
Please join me in welcoming tonight's guest advisor, Mr. Barry Burdett. Mr. Burdett attended Crescent High School, where he was actively engaged in the FFA. After graduating from high school, he attended Clemson University, where he graduated with a Bachelor's of Science in Agriculture Education, his Master's and Master's Plus 30 in Agriculture. He has served the South Carolina FFA in the classroom as a teacher for more than 34 years. He has taught at Crescent, Blue Ridge, Roper Mountain Science Center, Golden Strip Career Center, and now Woodmont High School. Throughout his time in the classroom, he has helped many students win CDEs, Star Awards, and proficiencies. He has been married to his wife, Elizabeth Anthony Burdett, for 20 years, and together they have 3 children, Alex, John, and Eliza. He serves as a deacon at his church and plans to continue operating his landscape management business, Bird's Eye View, to keep him busy after retirement. Please join me in recognizing tonight's guest advisor for the first general session, Mr. Barry Burdett. The American flag is a symbol of our country's beliefs, patriotism, and freedom. Please stand as the American flag, South Carolina state flag, and the FFA flag are brought forth and posted. And then please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem and a moment of silence.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I would like to thank Alex Pigford, Isaiah Cardsder, Charlotte Welsh, and Joshua Wilson, along with C.J. Steck from the Malden JROTC for presenting tonight's colors. I would also like to thank Emily McDaniel from the MACB FFA chapter for singing the national anthem. Bringing our invocation tonight is Miss Katie Martin. She served as your 2015-2016 state president and continues to share her passion for agriculture and her passions for selfie wherever she goes. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming back to the stage Miss Katie Martin.
Join me in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for safely bringing all of us together to this landmark 90th State FFA Convention. Thank you for blessing the South Carolina FFA Association with amazing staff, teachers, and members. I pray that this convention will inspire us to put purpose into action and that we will continue to walk with you every step of the way. I pray that we will love the family around us with the same love that you show us. I pray for the men and women that protect our country and those that provide us with food and clothing. Most importantly, thank you for sending your Son to take away our sins in amazing grace. Lord, thank you for your bountiful blessings and help us do all things to bring more glory to you. In your name I pray, amen.
Thank you, Katie, for your dedicated service to the South Carolina FFA during your year of service. And thank you for joining us again here tonight at the 90th Annual South Carolina State Convention. As a token of our appreciation, please accept this gift on behalf of the South Carolina Association. Tonight, we are honored to have a special guest with us who has personally come to welcome us on behalf of Clemson University. we are honored to be joined by Dr. George Askew, Dean of the College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Life Sciences here at Clemson. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Dr. Askew.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay, make sure everybody's out there. I can't see you. Well, on behalf of President Clements and the faculty of the college and all the folks out in the state that work for Clemson University in agriculture, it's my privilege to welcome you to Clemson University. For those of you who've been here before, welcome back. For those that are here for the first time, we're glad to have you here. I hope you all have a successful convention. We spend just a minute or two to give you my vision for agriculture's future in South Carolina. I think it's going to become a more intertwined set of sciences for everybody's life. Over the past few years, and for most of your life, you've probably seen more and more people disconnected from agriculture, more and more people not knowing where their food came from, and some people not really worrying about where it came from. But now more and more people are concerned about who grows their food, how they grow the food, where they grow it, and often they want to go see it. We have farm-to-table operations in restaurants where you can go have a meal and go out and visit the farms where the food came from over the next couple of days. We have community-supported agriculture programs where people buy subscriptions to agriculture, so they're tied back to where their food was growing and have a lot of care in where it comes from. We have a lot of garden co-ops in cities, so the urban areas of the state are more and more involved in agriculture. We have an increased relationship with technology. I think it's going to continue to grow, which is a good thing. It makes our farming and other agricultural processing more efficient, better on the bottom line. Robotics, GPS, GIS, big data, new processing, preservation and storage, packaging technologies all play a role in agriculture. They're going to continue to grow a role. Food as medicine continues to be more and more important and something we're working on at all the universities. More integration of forestry agriculture. We have silvopasture systems and interplantings in forestry now, so that ties the whole land base back to agriculture. And overall, I think the big question is going to be, in my mind, and I think you'll read about it in newspapers, is water issues. So be mindful of water issues and pay attention to that, because there's more and more concern about how much water we use, where it comes from, what's in it, who should regulate it, who should pay for it, and how we use it in the future, and how we can use it more proficiently. The bottom line is a career in agriculture still is an outstanding career in many aspects, whether you're in the lab, whether you're in the field, whether you're in technology, whether you're working with data, whether you want to be an engineer, whether you want to be a scientist, whether you want to be a food processor, or whether you want to go back and do the basics and actually grow food. So I wish you very good luck for your convention. I congratulate you on your passion for agriculture and for the FFA and for your community and all that you do in it. I wish you a lot of success. And one last thing, go Tigers.
Dr. Askew, thank you for coming and speaking with us tonight. We appreciate your hard work and dedication here at Clemson University to ensure the success of agriculture in this state and the FFA. On behalf of the association, please accept this gift as a token of our appreciation.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We are pleased to be in the company tonight of various individuals from the faculty and staff of Clemson University, teachers from all across our state, family members, business leaders, and of course, FFA members. We would like to thank all of these individuals for their contributions to the South Carolina FFA Association. Now, we would like to recognize the special people who have so generously contributed to the success of South Carolina FFA. These agricultural supporters have worked behind the scenes to ensure our organization's future. We are very grateful for all they do. Please stand and remain standing when your respective position has been called. Could we have the house lights on, please? Would all former state FFA and NFA officers please stand? Would all retired and current agriculture education faculty members please stand? Would all South Carolina FFA Foundation board members please stand and be recognized? Dr. Steve Brown, National FFA Advisor. Dr. Pam Ardern, State 4-H Program Leader. Thank you all for supporting the South Carolina FFA Association. Tonight, we are missing somebody that has probably only missed a couple of state conventions in his last 63 years. Mr. Frank Stover Sr., the Executive Director and Treasurer of the South Carolina FFA Foundation, passed away on May 20th. Mr. Stover was a 1951 graduate of what was then Clemson College, with a Bachelor's of Science in Agriculture Education, later receiving his Master's from the University of South Carolina. He served as a platoon leader and commanding officer for the 3rd Armored Division during the Korean War. Following his military service to our country, he began his service to thousands of FFA members and Ag Ed students across the state of South Carolina. He began his career in 1953, where he served as the agriculture teacher at Pillion High School. Under his leadership, the Pillion FFA chapter thrived. A highlight of his accomplishments there was one of his students being selected as a national FFA officer. At this time, this was only the 3rd person in our state to ever reach such an honor. Mr. Stover served as the executive secretary for the South Carolina FFA, the South Carolina Young Farmers, and he served as the state supervisor of agricultural education and the advisor for the South Carolina FFA and Young Farmers. In 1985, he established the South Carolina FFA Foundation, which continues to manage funds that support the South Carolina FFA. As a result of his leadership and foresight, the foundation has given millions of dollars to support the South Carolina FFA Association. Mr. Stover was presented with the Order of the Palmetto, the highest honor given to a civilian in South Carolina by Governor Nikki R. Haley in June of 2012. Fellow FFA members, advisors, and guests, would you please join me in showing our heartfelt appreciation for the lifelong dedication of a man who truly transformed the FFA.